All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I would like to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of GMS who rule well, teach well, being great examples to his younger brothers in peace and blessing salutations to the hopeful lake out there pushing this word and truth and in sincerity across the four winds in the name of Yahweh Bahashem, Shah, pushing to get up out of here. Shalom to the hopeful lake, the believers, the listeners whom have came back to the obedience of the scriptures through faith in Yahweh Bahashem Shah. And what I want to get into today, is an article I read, dealing with a pride of lions eats 3 rhino poachers alive in South African game reserve. Now, I'm believing, more than likely these are Edomites, because in South Africa you have those Edomites, pretty much hunt, different, wild animals out there, and it's gonna go into, those rhinos. But the way, that these men were that these men were devoured by these lions, sparked, a lot of precepts. Spirit, gave me a lot of precepts when I was reading this article. All right, and that's a very gruesome death, man, to be eaten alive by lions, man. And it's gonna go into it now. It says South Africa is famous for having the highest population of wild rhinos. Because of this fact, there is a great deal of poaching activity in this region. Yeah, and poaching is pretty much, you're killing animals that you're not supposed to kill, illegally killing, different animals to put, things on the black market, and it's going to go into it. It says the current population of rhinos in the world is 29,000. Over 1,000 of these majestic beasts were illegally hunted in 2017. And we know this is mostly Edomites, that's into that, man. All right. It says the reason why poachers are attracted to rhinos is for their horns. These horns are in great demand in southeastern countries. It says the peoples of this region believe that rhino horns possess healing properties. Therefore, the horns command high prices. And now, if that's the case, why not just wait, till a rhino just dies naturally, and extract the horn, you know? And then you have some rhinos walking around with no horn, just here with no horn, you know, and that's due to your boy Esau Edom, and they need that, He's a madman, all right? And it says a lot of people believe in the power of karma, all right? So that the events that happened to poachers recently may not come as much to a surprise to some people. 3 poachers received some cosmic justice when they enter a reserve to try and kill some endangered rhinos. Now let's deal with that word karma. All right, when you go to the etymology online, all right, you get that word karma. All right, and it's a word that derived from Buddhism, you know. But you go into it, it says, in one's life which determine his form in the next. All right, it says, because we know that the scriptures speak about, how, when we die, we go before the throne, judged, and are sent back, all right, to receive the judgment that we, that's been, imputed to us in the spiritual realm. All right. And that's why you see people in certain situations and, born with ailments and this, have, different, different birth effects and all these different things, or in these horrible situations where that's judgment. All right. The Most High has decided to put them in a particular situation because of judgment. All right. Now it says action, work, deed, fate. All right. And then it said old Persian. All right. And this the point. He makes. All right. Basically, he is. So the karma is the judgment of Yahweh Bashim Shai. This is direct judgment, of Yahweh Bashim Shai, what they call karma. All right. But we understand that it's the judgment from on high. All right. And we're gonna get, that in the precepts, in the scriptures, man. The way these men was killed, oh my goodness. All right. This is Job 4. All right. This is the book of Job, chapter 4, verse 7. It says, remember, I pray thee, whoever perish being innocent, or where were the righteous cut off? Even so, all right, even as I have seen, they that plow iniquity and sow wickedness reap the same. You see? And all that, though they over there just, killing those animals for sport, for a profit, all right, just slaughtering animals. Well, guess what? They reap the same. They plowed iniquity and they reap the same. And see, this is going to happen on a massive level, beginning with the nation of Esau, Edom. The wicked of our people, these heathens. See, everybody's finna reap, what they sown in the earth, man. And that's why it's important for us now, knowing what's pleasing to Yahweh Shema Shai, all right, to sow in righteousness, as the scriptures say, so we can reap mercy in these times while these people are reaping, destruction. As these poachers, they reap destruction. All right? Let's get one in Galatians. You go to Galatians chapter 6. All right, verse 7 says, be not deceived, the Most High is not mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. All right? What you sow, if you're going to, they've been doing, they don't tell them what they did in their past life. All right? But the Most High set their judgment up, all right, so they can reap what they see. The rest of the order, we can tell, all right, that these animals, were possessed. All right. It says, reading on in the article, it says, in a gruesome turn of events, the poachers were eaten alive by ferocious lions. The owner of the reserve, Nick Fox, reports that the feast took place at around midnight of July 2nd. Very little remained of the poachers to provide evidence of the events. It said very little remained of these three men, all right, to even provide evidence of the event. They was devoured, man. It says the staff people at the park only found one skull and a portion of a human pelvis. There were no other bodily remains. Woo! Come on, man. Hey, these lions was possessed. They devoured these men. When it says eating alive, it was just, a saying. No, these men were eaten alive, man. Man. And it says there were some pieces of clothing at the scene, including 3 pairs of shoes. 3 pairs of shoes and gloves. This is what led to the conclusion that 3 male poachers were eaten. The only thing they had was some shoes and gloves. All right, probably some hunting shoes, some gloves. All right, some rifle gloves. Man, that's some heavy judgment, man. It reminds you of them dogs that devoured, Jezebel, man. You see, the teeth of wild beasts is gonna be a heavy judgment, in a time, all right. In the time that we're coming into, the teeth of wild beasts is gonna be a heavy judgment in the earth, man. All right. It said Fox remarked that although this was a tragic end for the poachers, it should serve as a lesson for others who might consider risking their lives to obtain the valuable horns of these endangered creatures, man. And see, that's how Yahweh Bashim Shai is going to defend, Israel. That's how Yahweh Shai is coming back to defend Israel, because what is Yahweh Shai known as? All right, Yahweh Shai. When you go to Revelation 4, all right, and 5, it says, and one of the elders said unto me, weep not, behold, the Lion of the tribe of Judah, the root of David, hath prevailed to open the book and to loose the seals thereof, man. All right, that Lion of Judah, Yahweh Shai, and he's coming back in that same ferocious spirit, all right, to devour our enemies, man. Because what Esau Edom has preyed, on Israel for so long, but now he's finna receive what? That judgment, all right? That what they call karma, all right, which is judgment from on high, that divine judgment, all right. And when you go to Isaiah, all right, is it 31 and 6? I'll start at 4. All right, this is Isaiah 31 and 4. It said, for thus hath the Lord Yahweh Shema spoken unto me, like as a lion and a young lion roaring on his prey. When a multitude of shepherds call forth against him, he will not be afraid of their voice, nor abase himself for the noise of them. So shall the Lord of hosts come down to fight for Mount Zion and for the hill thereof, man. So the Yahushua is coming back like a young, ferocious lion, destroying militaries, destroying, all right, infrastructure, destroying people, man, devouring people, man, you know, turning people into dust. There ain't gonna be no remains, you see? And it says, as birds flying, so will the Lord of hosts defend Jerusalem. Defending also he will deliver it, and passing over he will preserve it, man. That conquering line of Judah, man. All right? And it's going to be a standard lifted to the men of Israel, the house of David. All right? And it compared us, you know, Lord will, we of that number, you know. It compared us to young lions, man. All right? This is Micah 5:7. It says, and the remnant of Jacob shall be in the midst of many people as a dew from the Lord, and the showers upon the grass, that teareth not for man, nor waiteth for the sons of man. That remnant is the elect. All right, and of that remnant you have the house of David, whom the Lord will lift a standard for. And when that standard is lifted, all right, this is the outcome. And it says, and the remnant of Jacob shall be among the Gentiles in the midst of many people, as a lion among the beasts of the forest, as a young lion among the flocks of sheep, who if he go through, both treadeth down and teareth in pieces, and none can deliver. Treadeth down and teareth in pieces, and none can deliver. So when that standard lifted, hey, you people gonna be helpless, man. You know, just as those men was helpless when those lions, all right, got hold to their ass. You see, they was defenseless, and that's how these people gonna be when their standard lifted, man. All right. So hey, that conquering line of Judah, all right, the house of David, you know, hey, like scripture say, that old lion, who shall stir him up, man? That lion gonna be stirred up, man, and you people gonna have to deal, man. You know. But I was looking at that, and that's some heavy judgment, man. All right, to be eaten alive by lions, man. You know, but that's spiritual, man. All right, and I end it here. All right, in Jeremiah, because we read Jeremiah, is it 30 and 16? Yep. This is Jeremiah 30 and 16. Said, therefore, all they that devour thee shall be devoured. You see that? And all thy adversaries, every one of them shall go into captivity, and they that spoil thee shall be a spoil, and they that prey upon thee will I give for a prey. Yeah, those poachers preyed upon, you know, those animals. All right? But what happened? The Most High gave those poachers to be a prey, you know, to those animals, man. And that's that's how it's gonna be for us, man. The hopeful elect, all right, Yahushua, you know. These people are finna become the prey. You know? Watch. All right, so Lord will, you brothers and you fusels edified. Till next time I say shalom. All right, Kwam Yasha Allah, Bible, DTA soon.